Let's find out what's in store for our markets basis our technical chartist analysis. We've got Dr. C.K. Narayan and Kunal Bothra joining in as always. Good morning, gentlemen. I'm going to begin with you then, Dr. Narayan. What's the outlook on the index basis, the kind of trade setup we just flagged off, and share with us some of your top stock recommendations?
Good morning, Avan. Good morning, everybody. The Nifty continues to remain in the range that it had created in the last week, and therefore breakout from it either above or below is awaited. About let's say 10,850 on the top side and about around 10,600 on the lower side are the contours of this particular range. So until the Nifty gets out of this range, it may be difficult to look for a trend in the Nifty. The Bank Nifty, on the other hand, has been trading a little weak, perhaps because of weakness continuing in HDFC Bank, where even the FI seem to be trimming some positions. Definitely, the futures option side is seeing a lot of trimming in HDFC open interest. So there does seem to be something amiss over there, and if that heavily weighted bank is on a downward move, it might portend a little weaker times for the Bank Nifty unless all the other banks were to chip in. State Bank was going great guns but seems to have hit a wall of profit taking right here. So the other banks need to step up for this to happen. Now the Reliance keeps the flag flying for the bulls, and that may be so till the AGM. Now beyond that, various kinds of market chatter, will it live up to all those billing expectations? I do not know. But maybe today also Reliance could be in demand and keep the flag flying for the Nifty as a whole. That all said, the overall background except for the banking seems to be a steady one. The mid-cap and small-cap section of the market seems to be quite active. So sentiments are upbeat. Given that as a background, two stocks to buy. First up is Lupin, which is a buy at the current levels, and it's a stock which had fallen sharply over the past many days and now consolidating and trying to build itself up. Buy with a 10-point stop for a target 895. Similar situation exists for Havells. The contrast here being that it had risen and then got into a consolidation, and here too I think Havells seems now ready to get out of that consolidation. Buy at the current levels with a stop at about 582 and the target which should be around 602.
Okay, some interesting names and candidates to watch out for in terms of stocks. Meantime, Kunal, what's your view as to what the outlook could be for the markets? Do you think that owing to the subdued setup across the globe that we could be in for a bit of consolidation? And share with us some of your top recommendations this morning.
Good morning, Avan. First of all, yes, I think the setup is a bit strange for our markets because in the last 4-5 days, the Nifty has gone through a very tight kind of a range. 10,700 to 10,850 has been the range for the index. We've tested those levels almost 3-4 times on individual basis. So both the supports as well as the resistances approximately have been tested in this in last 4-5 days. But it's not resulted into any kind of breakout. Now the signal for the next kind of trends, you generally look out for the market from the market internals. And the market internals are not improved as such, I think, except for Reliance Industries, as Dr. C.K. Narayan was also mentioning. I think there are no other positive signs which are emerging, which could probably lead to a sectoral trend. As of now, in fact, Bank Nifty has fallen almost 1,000 points from its 4-5 days high, and the major weightage of that is in the private sector banks. So, and many of these other large cap stocks as well individually, like L&T has corrected from its recent swing highs as well, and so many other large cap names. So the market internals are not encouraging enough, and which is why I think one has to adhere a bit of a I would say I would not say caution over here, but a bit of balanced approach over here rather than going full throttle on one direction. I think you have to have a balanced approach over here, and that's what I believe as a short-term trader. I would also try and portray with the calls which I'm giving. So one buy and one sell over here. The first one is a buy on Bharti Airtel. After weeks of consolidation, yesterday was one of the first days where you saw some positive signs coming back into the stock price. It managed to break out of almost a perfect bullish flag pattern. Of course, the stock needs a bit of a confirmation. If it happens today in the morning, say if the stock jumps up another 0.5% to 1%, then it could confirm a breakout of this bullish flag pattern. Hence, would suggest a buy. Targets to be kept at almost 610, 615 range. Stop loss at 573. The second is from the banking pack, and as we were discussing that how the banking stocks have shown signs of weakness, RBL Bank is also forming a sort of a double top pattern over here. It's on the verge of breaking its major supports, which is around 179, 178 kind of a zone. So would suggest a sell on RBL Bank, expecting that the stock could go through a minor correction, at least from the very, very near term. Targets of 172 and stop loss 182.
Okay, so Bharti Airtel is a buy, a sell coming in on RBL Bank. Watch out for those candidates, and thanks so much, gentlemen.